This episode is brought to you by the Nigerian Student Podcast, where we dive into the lives of extraordinary students like Emmanuel Ayomide, the brilliant mind behind that impressive 5.0 CGPA from Nigerian University. Today, we dive into the story of a remarkable student who not only conquered academic challenges but also defied the odds. Join us as we uncover the secrets behind his shocking 5.0 CGPA.
I had to, get you to speak to us today. Now, reflecting on your journey back in your 100 level, did you ever imagine you would graduate with a perfect CGPA of 5.0?
Imagine. I feel like imagination is a very, 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 very big word. So, yeah, I can say yes. Like, I imagined. Because I read somewhere that if you want to achieve something, you have to imagine you yourself getting that done. Yes. So I say imagine a very big word. So in that case, I'll say I imagined. But did I think it actually happened? Maybe no. But to imagine it, yes, of course I did.
According to a book I was reading, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent, and he spoke something about success. If you really want to achieve success, you first of all visualize success. So I believe that one of the key things that will help you, if you really want to achieve anything in life, is first of all visualize yourself getting that thing. Probably you visualize yourself getting first class, but you never knew that from that visualization, the reality was actually bigger than what you were thinking. It first of all comes from your mind, then it comes into play. And according to an ancient quote, our greatness glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fail. Now I would love to actually know, from a curious mindset that I have built myself to have, what inspired you to study accounting?
What inspired me to study accounting? So there's no direct inspiration or anything. There's no big wild story, but it's a funny story behind it. So in primary school, I don't know, a lot of us wanted to become doctors. That was doctor was the main profession at the time. And then your in my hands that time was you have to be on to get a doctor. I didn't have a problem with it now. Going into GS1, I was I want to become a doctor. Until basic science unbooed me, actually. I got into it at 16, basic science. I'm maybe this is not for me, because that was the final idea. Maybe this is not for me. And I found myself in business studies class, I was answering questions, I was enjoying it quite well. I'm okay, maybe this accounting, and then I thought about it at that time too, that job-wise or career-wise, everywhere you find an accountant.
Definitely,
No matter the sector, the industry, you surely find an accountant somewhere in there. And when you look at other professions, not all other professions are like that. You won't find a doctor in maybe a factory. You get maybe they're working with because they are most likely to use nurses. So it's not a limiting career. So even if I end up saying that, okay, I want to go in the medicine field, I can still be an accountant in the medicine field, in the medicine industry. So that sort of thing. And then the nail on the coffin was just be when we started doing balancing the equation. I don't know whether you did by basic science.
I did it
balancing the equation in basic science. When you made CH, I know. Maybe this thing is really not for me. Maybe this thing is okay, I do that to the accounting. I know what you think I'll do that at the time, sure.
So the thing is, you found your path and you followed it.
Yeah.
That's what helps you. Because most of us, when we enter school, or before we enter school, we don't even know what we really want. So one of the key things to success, one of the powerful laws of success is, first of all, self-mastery and self-discovery. Understand what you want. But many students just feel let me just follow the crowd and enter engineering. People are saying engineer. Let me do engineering. Some people will say, let me follow the crowd and let me do accounting. The big word accountant. It sounds, accountant.
It's not following, some people now, who everyone software, There was a time everybody wanted to do pet and gas engineering. Yeah, like it's always like that, following the trend and stuff. Like most of my friends end up in science lab, secondary school. A lot of them, and I just know that was not for me.
It's just like now there is this Roman is it Roman quote that says that luck is what happens when preparation. Is it luck or success is what happens when preparation meets opportunity? You were prepared to follow your path, and you got the opportunity to study the accounting, and then the success now met everything. For me, I feel like that's the quote for this. Now, to the next question is, challenges choke for school. You choke.
Yeah, sure.
Did you encounter any particular difficult subject or topic during your studies? And how did you approach these challenges and ultimately excel in them? Say first class, you got first class all the way. So how did you approach these difficult challenges?
So first thing is, I remember when I was thinking about how to answer this question, I was going to start with, like, at the end of the day, you pass something, you will think it's not that difficult. But it's when you are about to prepare for it that you now realize that, this thing is really tough. So I remember in my 100 level, we're doing calculus. You know how calculus, how difficult calculus can be. So that was really tough. And I remember that I had like, during a day, I had like 5 hours, at the 5-hour period, I was just solving questions. Like, I just kept on solving questions on that particular topic, solving and solving and solving.
Calculus in accounting.
This was mathematics actually. In 100 level, you do a lot of
general mathematics, yes.
General, yeah. So that time, like all those of my, then I realized that when you have a problem in a calculation subject,
okay,
it means you have to solve more questions. You need more scenarios to what what you don't do. So even in accounting, there are a lot of questions you face, there are a lot of scenarios you face. There are different ways the problems can be, like, they can write it and then you need to decode for you to solve, to make it something you're not familiar to. So that's what I realized. So I would just say, if you're facing any challenge in any calculation or anything, solve as much questions as you can. Look for questions and solve as much as you can. While for qualitative subjects, the problem is always reading. So reading the notes your lecturer gives you can be very bulky.
Definitely.
So I think it's always good for you to take it like step by step. Like go from understanding the whole idea of what the person is trying to pass across. So, for example, now I'm trying to look for a general topic. So I don't know, in civic. Now let's say you have an exam. You have a topic in civic. So, and the topic, reading it is so bulky, long and everything. You have to first go and read. Maybe just Google civic, just like no Google search. Oh, what this thing actually talking about? So once you get the general idea, like each line in that note will begin to make sense if you point it to the general idea. And once you get that, it will be easier for you to like pass it to the exam, for you to explain it, and you can just, even if like you don't have a full understanding, you can hide your should I say the gap in your knowledge around that general idea. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want to see, that this guy actually knows about this thing. He might not be able to go in depth, but he knows about this thing.
You a lecturer will fit you. Okay, but when you were saying about calculus in accounting, some students that jump into accounting, accounting is an art course. When we choose to study art or science, some persons will be like, if I enter accounting, I've run away from mathematics, and you now enter 100 level, you now met calculus, boom, your head will just shake the wine. But it's actually Aristotle that said something about excellence, that it's not an act but the outcome of a habit. Yes, because you built the habit of what? Persisting, even when the calculus wasn't as easy as it looks. You kept on trying out till you got perfect in it. Most students will just try one question. If you know work the japa and say that calculus is difficult. Math is not by cramming, but by what constant repetition. You have to keep on practicing and practicing. That is one thing I love about mathematics. Once you've understood the concept, you can now scatter it all. That is one secret I found in mathematics. But you said something about understanding. How do you know that you've understood the concept?
I think that you understood the concept. So I think when it comes to you, so the method I use when I want to know whether I've understood something is I read it once. So let's say I'm a morning person, so I read usually around 2, 3 to around 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. So once I read, go about my day and everything. The next morning when I wake up, before I start reading, I'll try to recollect what it was. So in that moment here, when you don't have the precise word in your head, that's when you can really get to understand.
Yes.
So at that point, you can now bring in examples, try to relate it to things that are really they're close to you. Practicalize it as much as possible. Use your life, use real life. That's the best way to show that you've understood something.
Yeah,
like sometimes I can show you, people say, okay, yes, try to explain to a 5-year-old. Yeah, I'm not totally against that idea, but some things are not just they're not just that black or white. And also try to use little jargons as much as possible. So when I mean jargons, I mean professional words.
Okay.
So try to use as less professional as much as possible to explain it to, for example, now you did mechanical engineering.
Yes.
If you want to explain something in mechanical engineering to me, I would not expect you to use words that I would not understand.
We believe you are blessed by this podcast. Make sure you are subscribed for more educating and inspirational interviews every week on YouTube and Spotify. For partnership or sponsorship, kindly contact us at the Nigerian Student Podcast at gmail.com. Thank you for joining us and motivate yourself today. God bless you.